Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to just do a quick overview of the 5 love languages that Gary Chapman wrote about, which we have been looking at recently in our love language series. They are a good tool for people that are in relationships or preparing for relationships to understand about themselves and about their significant other, and knowing this kind of information can actually make your relationship a bit happier and a bit healthier. So, let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't know how many efforts we did just to get the intro out. Anyway, let's go for number 1. Words of affirmation. Guess what? These are words that affirm.
Yeah, don't say.
It's a true thing. Oh my days.
Yes.
We're looking for obvious answers, people.
We're just explaining what the love languages are tonight.
No, words of affirmation. So literally you're talking about, in my case, feedback. It's not just a case of saying nice things about one another, it's feedback. I like feedback and it helps in all sorts of ways, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think even like things like thank you and just showing your appreciation through words.
So it's a literally words of affirmation, so it's literally nice things to say.
Yes.
But genuine, alright? Be genuine.
Honest.
Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, quality time. Actually spending time properly with your significant other. That is the key, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry, it's because I had the take it back one time.
Clap to the 9.
You have to see all the videos to get that joke.
So, actual quality, good quality time with your significant other, that is quality time. So it's not loads of time. You should enjoy the time that you spend with one another, but it's literally a case of making it time well spent.
Yes, it's quality over quantity.
Yeah. That was almost a good British accent there, right there.
I am British.
Let's carry on.
Number 3 is gifts. Some people like to get a gift to show that they are loved. And it can sound like a really selfish love language. Like, you know,
it really can.
It sounds so bad, like I want material things. But it sounds awful. But no.
Give me things.
Give me stuff. No.
Did you see the man handling that?
So yeah.
That's not a reflection of our marriage, ladies and gentlemen.
That's very enough. So yeah, gifts is person whose love language is gifts. They like to receive things. It doesn't have to be like a big thing.
No, it doesn't have to be like, I don't know, purses and jewellery and all that kind of stuff.
No.
It can just be
Personal things.
a chocolate.
Yeah.
Snickers goes a long way. It doesn't last long, but it goes a long way. But actually, in my case, for example, gifts is not a big deal for me, not really.
I like gifts.
But she likes gifts, so therefore, gifting is important.
Yes.
Happy life, happy wife, happy life. It's a true word. Notice that there's no rhyme for happy husband.
So
I'm just
what
saying.
word rhymes with husband?
They could come up with something. Number 4, physical touch. That really is. Okay, one more. On hair. For these people, physical touch is very important. So some people are standoffish and they don't like to be touched at all. Those are the people that need to learn something, right? It's true though, isn't it? Because what if the person that they're with actually enjoys physical touch, which could be literally, you know, holding hands or
it's just
a hug or an arm around.
a tender touch.
Yes, in a word.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Number 5, acts of service. Literally a case of you're showing the person that you love them by doing things that are important.
Yeah.
So, and very often it's a case of these things are important to the person that's giving them.
Yeah.
As well. So it's not just receiving acts of service, make my dinner, but it's more okay, it's true. But it's also
I cook.
She does. She says great prawn tagliatelle, oh my days. Anyway, it is, you want to be there. But it's things that often can feel important to yourself, as in doing this is important,
Yeah.
but also that person receiving them. You know, if their love language is acts of service, then that is a significant thing. For example, making the dinner or doing the car service or those kind of things are more powerful to those people than you might realize.
Yeah, I mean, knowing your love language is a really useful tool, and we actually did a video explaining about how we have found them. Are they actually useful? And the link for that will be in the description below. But when Gary Chapman wrote the book on the 5 love languages, he was a marriage counsellor at the time, and he saw how like a lot of married couples were like they would argue because they weren't realizing what the other person was trying to do for them. They weren't seeing it as an act of love because it wasn't necessarily how they wanted to receive love.
Like, for example, if you wanted to have physical touch, but the other person was all acts of service, then that would be
a problem.
That's a real a logjam there.
Yeah, and so if you don't know your love language, we encourage you in the description below. We've put a link to Gary Chapman's website where you can take a very short quiz. You just answer some simple questions, and it tells you your love language.
And it reveals surprises.
Yeah, definitely. It can.
Because things that we didn't expect. We thought one thing and we found out another thing.
Yeah. We did a video on each of the love languages explaining practical ways you can show them. So in the description there are links to all of those videos too.
Yes. Speaking of series, we're going to start a new series next video dealing with conflict resolution, which is, I know, well, notice how upright I am. That's because I'm always right. Now, let's silence is golden. What should I say?
Just blinking.
Was it Morse code though?
I would love to learn Morse code.
Anyway, conflict resolution. So if that sounds like it could be interesting for you, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it. So until next time, have a good week. Bye.
Bye now.
Bye. Now go and do something else that's interesting.